Okay, so surprise, November is over. It's December 1st, right? It's December 1st. December is my favorite month of the year. Has my birthday, has Christmas, has my mom's birthday, my brother's birthday. December is the best month, period. Anyway, I read a total of 4 books. So same amount as last month and probably before. I guess that's just like what I average for my life. But I didn't get through all my TBR. Well, I got through the important books in my TBR from last month. So, let's start. So, the first book I read in November was A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. And this came out end of October, like October 24th to 25th. And I was so excited to read this. And I finally got it and I read it. And it took me it took me too long to read. For me to read this 370-page book, this took too long for me to read. I really enjoyed all the parts with Jax. Once again, okay, I love him. But I rated this book 3.75 stars. I think the ending was rushed a little bit, and it needed more Jax. Less Apollo, more Jax. Is that too much to ask for? Like, I love the series. My favorite one is the second one, so it's whatever. I was a little disappointed, but I mean, I still enjoyed it. It was easy to read, everything. So 3.75 for A Curse for True Love. Then, after A Curse for True Love, I was like, oh my god, like, I want to read Powerless this month. My top priority was to read Powerless by Lauren Roberts, right? But I know I needed like something to break it up, because I don't want to go from like one kind of world into like another kind of world. I don't want to mix any characters. I don't want to mush my brain, because I want to enjoy it the most I can. So the only way to do that is to read a normal romance in between. So I picked up Flawless on my Kindle from the Chestnut Spring series, and it's got the people on the cover because that's the Kindle version. That's how the Kindle version look. Flawless by Elsie Silver, and I read this, and it's a cowboy romance. Like, he's a bull rider and she's supposed to help him clear his image, and it's supposed to be like an enemies to lovers, but it's kind of just like, I think it's like more of like just like a proximity, romance kind of thing, and cowboy. And I love that. I love the small town family vibe, okay? And this was pretty good. I rated it 4 stars. I enjoyed it. This is spicy, okay? So careful. But I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars, okay? This cleared me perfectly, okay? I was mentally prepared for Powerless, okay? So 4 stars. Good. Then I finally picked up Powerless by Lauren Roberts, and this book, you follow Peyton and Kai, and it's dual POV. It's romance. It's like a fantasy dystopian sci-fi, kind of like one of those. It's YA. So Pei is ordinary. She has no powers, while Kai is an elite. He's the prince, actually, and he has powers. And they have to compete in these trial things. There's like 3 different trials. Trigger warning: there is death, but there's no like spice. It's clean. This book was so good. Kai, Malachi, one of my favorite book boyfriends. Now, okay? This book was everything. I had the most enjoyable time reading this, okay? I'm gonna say it's a masterpiece. I'd say it's a masterpiece in the sense that I enjoyed myself so much. Not in the sense of like it's a literature, lyrical, like she's a genius and everything. Well, because like it reminded me a lot of the Hunger Games, like you're just average dystopian, okay? It was fun, and the characters' chemistry was really good. It was really good. Again, I enjoyed this so much that I made its own video just ranting that I just love it, and that's it. I gave this book 5 stars. 5 stars! I'm putting it up there with Dance with Thieves because I enjoyed it so much. I had so much fun, okay? I'm trying to get so many people to read this that I know right now because I need to talk about it with someone. You kidding me? I loved this, and it's so pretty. I love the purple and the dagger and the scenes and Kai, and I love Kai. But yeah, that was Powerless by Lauren Roberts. 5 stars. I recommend. Okay, so then lastly, I needed another book to cleanse my palate because I'm prepping for December, my big December read. So I needed to read another little romancy, normal book, not fantasy. So I went back to Chestnut Springs and decided to pick up Heartless, the second book, which follows Cade. The first one follows Rhett and Summer. This one follows Cade and Willa. And I gave this also 4 stars. Again, spicy. I read this in school a lot. I read this in like 2 days. I read this really fast. I don't know. I just kept going and going and going. It's okay, it's age gap by maybe, is it 13 years? She's 25, he's 38, and he's a dad of a 5-year-old, Luke. And also there is, I would skip maybe 10 seconds if you don't care about like the tropes you read, but if you do, I'm gonna say it, there's a trope in here: accidental pregnancy. Honestly, it wasn't that bad, okay? I haven't read like an accidental pregnancy trope since like reading Wattpad as a child, so it wasn't that bad. I gave it 4 stars, just like the first one, because I enjoyed it. It was, again, a really easy pick-me-up, fast, enjoyable. I thought it was a little funny. I thought it was enjoyable. I felt for the characters. Like, I'm getting attached to this, like the Wishing Well Ranch, the family dynamic. Okay, like I'm loving this world. So now lastly, we have my TBR for December, and long story short, I just have one book on my TBR for this month that I've been planning out for months, because I want to if I read any other books, cool. I doubt I will though. Because all I have on my mind in this set is, it's been a few months since I picked up a Sarah J. Maas book. I read ACOTAR, and then I read like a series in between, a few books, and then I read Throne of Glass, and again, now I've just read a few series and books in between. So now it's time for Crescent City. The first book of Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood. This is a brick, and I have it in hardcover because when I bought them, the second one was out in soft cover, and the next one comes out, and it's gonna be in hardcover anyway, so might as well just get them all in hardcover. This is so heavy. This is like a serious brick, okay? And it's 800 pages, okay? Kingdom of Ash was 980 pages, so it's like pretty much, it's up there, right? Which is because it's 800 pages, and it's a modern day fantasy, and I hear that the first 100 pages are like hard to get into. It's getting its whole own month. And because it's so thick, like I did with End of the Throne of Glass series, I bought it on Kindle too, because there's no way I can't lay down really and hold this. That'd kill me. So I bought it on Kindle so I can do both. I bring my book everywhere with me, okay? I bring them with me everywhere. They go into my purse or whatever. I can't just take this around with me, okay? This is heavier than my bag normally, so I'm not lugging around this brick. So Kindle is very convenient for that. That's lovely. And I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll also just want to read it on Kindle to highlight certain things, certain connections or whatever. Because, I've read it in the order. I've read ACOTAR, Throne of Glass, and I'm reading Crescent City. So I've been reading it in the recommended order. So I'm very excited for this. I'm also terrified. I really hope I like it. I haven't had any spoilers or anything yet, which is great. I'm so excited for that. I'm terrified if I do get them though. There's some things that I have seen that I'm like, okay, if that happens and I knew that, then well, shit. But other than that, that's it. So my pile of books is looking like this. Nothing too crazy. I read 4 books this month, and I plan to read 1 book this month, at least. That's it. So enjoy the rest of your night. I know what I'll be starting. It's December 1st. Gotta get it in. Alright, see ya.